Mode of a data set. All right, so we need to know, what does mode mean? And then data set, we've done a couple of these already. Data set just has to do with a set of numbers that you're looking at. So let's read the question. Here are the numbers of times 11 people ate out last month. So we get this nice long list of people. So these 11 people, and these are the number of times they ate out. So some people only did 3, some people did 4, a couple did 7. And we want to find the modes of this data set. So a mode of a data set is a value that occurs most often. So all we're looking for is the one that occurred the most. Which number comes up the most in the list? So we want to put them in order from least to greatest because that's the easiest way to see this. And then we just take into account, so 3 occurs 4 times, 4 occurs only once, 5 occurs 4 times, 7 occurs 2 times. So in this case, we have 2 modes, 3 and 5. They both occurred 4 times, so they're both a mode in this case. So that's all we're doing. We're just going to put them in order and see which ones happen the most. All right, so let's go ahead and start doing this. So we have, here are the numbers of children in 11 elementary schools. So we want to put them in order from least to greatest, and I think 16 is my smallest number. So I have 16, 16, 16, and that's 3 of those. And I know I didn't space these very nicely. And then I have 117 here. And then, let's see, 18, 18. And I'm not rewriting the list necessarily. I'm just writing them down. And then I have 119. And then 3 20s. So I wrote them all down. And this was a little bit redundant. I didn't really need to write 16, 16, 16. I could have wrote 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then just how many times did it happen. And one thing I do want to make sure is that if I add all of these back up, so the number of times each thing happened, that I do in fact get back to 11. So I didn't forget anything. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Uh-oh, I forgot something, didn't I? So let's go with our eraser here. And I'm going to look back at everything because I must have forgotten something. So I have 1, 2, 3 16s. So let's say 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's only 10. And then let's see, I have, oh, I see it. There's 3 18s. So there should have been another 18 here. So this should be 3. Okay, so now what I want to do is figure out which ones happened the most. So I have 16, 18, and 20. All 3 of those happened 3 times. So I'm going to click this button and it puts these boxes in here. So I can go with 16, 18, and 20. I'm going to click check. We're good to go. All right, let's do the next one here. And instead of writing out each number like I did, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the smallest one, which is 4. I'm just going to write 4, and then I'm going to say how many times does it happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 4s. And then let's see, how many times did 5 happen? 1, 2, 3. And then we have 6, 7, and 8. Oh, and I didn't read the problem either. The following list gives the number of public libraries in each of 13 cities. So we know there's 13 cities here. There's 13 numbers. All right, so 6, 2, 7 only happens once, and then 8 happens twice. Okay, and I want to make sure really quick, I'm going to add these together because I want to make sure I have 13 numbers here. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yay, happy star. So we do have all 13. So now I just need to figure out which one happened the most because that's my mode. So 5 that's more than any of these other numbers. So that means that 4 happened the most. So I want to type in 4. I don't want to type in 5. 5 is how many 4s I had. So I want to make sure I type in 4 because we're talking about having 5 4s. That sounded a little funny, but all right. Clear. Next. All right, this is our last one here. Whoop. My toolbar keeps getting messed up here. I'll put it at the bottom. Okay, so let's go through. So we have 0, 1. So I have 1 0. I have 1, 1. 3, I don't have a 2, so I have a 3 and I have a 4. And I have one of each of those. And then I have a 5 and a 6. Again, I only have one of each of those. 7, 8. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have one of everything. So that's interesting. Nothing repeated in here. Everything was different. And this is the following list gives the number of siblings for each of 11 students. So that's crazy. Nobody had a repeat. One had 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So woof, we're getting some big families here. So what we get to do is write each of these numbers, and I don't know if it'll let me highlight these numbers. Let's see. Copy, paste. Oh, darn it. I don't even know what it pasted there. Let's see. Well, let me do it from here. Copy, paste. Ooh, I got to cheat a little bit there. So it opened up my calculator. So I'm going to clear the pen tool out. So immediately when I start highlighting this, it opens up the calculator, and I'll put these in here, which is not terribly helpful for the calculator itself because it doesn't put a plus sign between them for us, which would be really nice. But it does put the commas in. And then I actually went back to the calculator and highlighted them again. And I copied. So you can do right click and copy, or you can do Control C. And then I came over here and I clicked copy or paste. So I can, it only lets you paste if you right click. But if I do Control V, which is something on your keyboard, it's kind of a techie thing, I was able to paste them all. So I didn't have to type each one in. It's a little bit of a cheater mode there, but uh-oh. And I see it's not liking that. What is it not liking? 10, 3, 1, 11, 6, 5, 0, 8, 9, 7, 4. Oh, you know what? I think it's going to want us to click no mode because they're all exactly the same. Oh, darn it. I wasn't paying attention. I just automatically said, oh, they're all the same. Let's go put them all in. But since they were all exactly the same, that actually means no mode. Silly me. All right, we're going to try one here. Okay. So we get, let's see, it looks like 3 is the smallest, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, I believe. All right, so let's make sure this is, here are the numbers of times 16 people ate out last month. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 for 3, 1, 2 for 4, and 5 happened only once. 6 happened 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and 7 happened 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And I can see I've left one behind. I didn't see this 5 before, so I need to make sure this 5 is actually 2. So let's go ahead and add these together just to make sure. So we get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 8 plus 8 is 16. Yay, we have 16 numbers. Okay. So we want to see which ones are the most. So in this case, I'm going to make this a little brighter. So 4 is bigger than 2. So we have, whoops, forgot to turn my pen tool back on. 4, 4, and 4. And by 4, I mean it's happening 4 times. Okay. So we want to type in 3 and 6 and 7. All right, let's check that. Yay, we finished that one.